So, I think we're gonna have to go for Pickle. And for those of you who have watched the stream often in the past, you'll know that I do not like killing the Lemirs. So we might have to get a little bit creative in how we handle this. Make sure we're firing at the right enemies. I think we're gonna take you 3 upstairs. Don't need my 1 stone back. I think I'm good. Then hope that we actually, random energy away from these Sons of Guns. Oh, geez, you did catch up, unfortunately. I was hoping to leave you in the lurch there. Random energy away and then back towards us. In fact, they went, I think, towards us because they got a hit off, and I don't think these buddies are fast. So come on, you've gone like 3 random energies towards us. Just get 1 away. I'm trying to abuse the fact that we don't have attacks of opportunity, if you could be so kind. Please, I do not want to kill you. I very much do not want to kill you, but maybe we'll just take 1 of you down with us. Not shoot you. And where is your master? Because that's who I actually want to take out my rage on. It's gonna be scary. No guaranteed chances of success, but maybe, just maybe, we can pull it off. Maybe they'll merge all magic schools. They kind of did. It's called being a genie, right? And in the attack of opportunity world, you use something like some small animals to make space. Fair enough, that definitely could do the trick. As the Lemirs descend upon us, I'm hoping that we can get Pickle to take the closest spot. Unfortunately, it does seem to fall behind in the crowd. But maybe we take you 2 upstairs and then... Beautiful. We get our lovely Hobgoblin next to us, which means we can strand yet another Horror Soul up above here as we head back down 1 more time. Ooh, and then do I fight you 2 upstairs with the other unfortunate souls are down here? I'd say we probably actually want to come up. Then I was kind of hoping that Pickle would end up next to us, but this is the next best thing. And start there. Quiver and Atropa Dart, and chances of blinding you weren't great, but we do manage to pull it off. Then let's switch to Poison. I'm using Period to make sure that we don't shoot through Pickle, because I would like to, again, leave our wonderful soul friends alive. It's a decent amount of poison, but I don't think it will be lethal. Still gonna let most of it play out here. This Pickle gets random energy towards us. Now there we go. You're saying there's a chance. 56% chance to hit you. It's not great. If we hit, it's fairly likely that you die though, so there is that. I mean, you still have a little bit of poison working its way through your system, so I think we'll take a couple more steps at least. And then we might have to go for it. 9 plus your Whip of Flaming means that we can go nuts here, and beautiful. We managed to kill you without taking out any innocent souls, and that's just the dream, really, at the end of the day. So we can heal up here. Guess we could even pop up and grab the chainmail, but the flip side of that is if we are starting to cast magic relatively soon here, then we'll actually most likely want to switch down to a slightly easier to use armor. Oh, we still had our old leather, whoopsie daisies. And where does that leave us? See, poisonous vapors being available. It's just too tempting. So let's give that a run for its money. Of course, we immediately run into a poison immune enemy, but that's just the DCSS life, baby. So let's walk this way and see if we can't find something a little bit more our speed, and I'd say a goblin definitely fits the bill. Fantastic. I'd even take a whole pack of goblins at this point in our journey. Okie dokie, let's lead you kiddos, especially with the halberd user, on a little bit of a jaunt. Not exactly ideal, but apparently this first buddy is so evasive that we managed to kill the halberd Knoll first, so I'll take it. That's good enough for me. And let's use some poisonous vapors just to make this a little bit more manageable. Why, hello there. You are not immune to poison, even though off the top of my dome, I definitely would have guessed you were. And is this the same orc priest that we ran into earlier? If so, I'm slightly terrified. But maybe, just maybe, we can pull it off here. I will pick up the Staff of Fire at the very least. Gives us a measure of fire resistance, and it might even be something that we wind up using moving forward here. So we unfortunately miscast our first poisonous vapors. Oh, this son of a gun does go invisible. When it doesn't seem like our poison is finishing them off either. Do I keep running? A couple more magic darts or throw flames, and I'm most likely dead. Throw flames, we could at least mitigate with the staff, but it's not exactly a guarantee. And if I get confused again, which they just tried to do, then I'm in trouble. If you could become visible any second now, that would be nice. There you are. I mean, sure, we're almost dead, but so are you, my friend. Oh geez, that's not where you were supposed to show up. 56% chance to hit you versus 10% failure. Let's go for the 10% and then we can throw the sling in afterwards. Fantastic. Scythes also got removed in Trunk. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. I mean, it makes a certain amount of sense. They weren't exactly a favorite option for anybody out there, but I found that occasionally having that little bit of flavor was kind of nice. Especially if you got yourself the finisher or something in that department. But okie dokie, let's get some free identifying here by buying ourselves a curing and a heal wounds. That's pretty fantastic early on. I guess, was there anything else there that we should mark? Resistance. I'll buy lignification. That's a lifesaver in a bottle, especially this early on in the run. Fantastic. Now, try and stay away from the orc warrior that's somewhere over here. We're definitely getting a bit close. If we're just dealing with them on their lonesome, I'd say that there's a chance. But it's still going to be a scary encounter no matter how you slice and dice it. Ooh, you had a potion of might in your back pocket. Is that even allowed, you son of a gun? Well, we have some body shields in our way between us and the wizard, so that's helpful. I'm still worried about getting confused at one of these turns, but otherwise I'm just waiting for the might to wear off on our orc friend, and there it goes. Wait, you had another one? Guess what? I got another might potion. Jeez Louise, my friend. Now that should definitely not be allowed. And the wizard is not dead yet, hey? There we go. I did, what's the opposite of jinxing it? I guess kind of like calling my shot. Regardless, I'm a happy camper. Fantastic. Let's just try and kill the phantom here real quick. Oh gosh, went from a decent start to horrifying real quick there. But hey, we managed to make it out in one piece. You won your second game ever with the finisher. You hope they keep it in. I guess if it's still just wrapped up into polearms, they could still have some special scythes. What does Sigmund use, though? What? Wait a second. I didn't even think this through. The ramifications of taking out scythes. What the heck does Sigmund do? Oh gosh, Orc Warrior has a Mind Blast wand. Oh geez Louise, that hurt very badly. Well, there goes my plan of just pretty much kiting the orc with poison the entire time. Still might kind of work, but it's not going to be nearly as clean as I originally intended. Feel a bit more experience. There we go. Holy moly, you son of a gun. I'm definitely picking up that wand and putting it to good use. And, oh my gosh, another orc with a potion? Who outfitted these orcs? They are all just out of control. It's all halberds now, including Sigmund. Because that's what Sigmund needed. A stronger polearm weapon. Okie dokie. Well, you will most likely enrage, so I'm going to try and just stack a bunch of poison. And kill you before you even manage to get close. Fantastic. Definitely what we're looking for in life. And let's see what we have here. I mean, Ring of Willpower, protection from cold. These could come in handy in the future, but I'm not in a huge rush. Let's also check out Olgrub's Toxic Radiance is down to 12%. That is almost castable. Definitely going to learn that now. Now we just need some Ignite Poison. I don't think it was in that earlier shop, but we can do a quick search just in case I missed it. Fortunately not, but I'm sure it'll come up any day now, and we'll have no problem. Good old Dwayne here. Wyvern Skeleton, hey? It looks easy, you're telling me, game, but I see it can bite up for 16, it's fast, and it's poison immune. So maybe we have different definitions of easy, you and I. And that's much better. Terrifying in its own right, but very vulnerable to poison, so we can capitalize on that as much as possible here. Let's see, his poison magic is still being trained. That's good. We'll even focus it down now, and let's bring it up to even like 12. I'm pretty happy to keep that going until Olgrub's Toxic Radiance is exceptionally easy to get going. And then let's, oh, I was hoping to be a little bit more cheeky with the bear here and just keep abusing the two-door system, but hey, we'll just do our best here, maybe finish off with Mind Burst, just in case. You don't want a berserk bear on your tail by any stretch of the imagination. Weapons base damage rises from 14 to 15. You don't remember the base damages? Since the melee rework, it's not that much stronger. But not that much stronger, it's all a game of relatives, right? No matter what, it's still Sigmund. And you don't want any, even minute advantage against the greatest player slayer of all time. Delay doesn't matter for enemies, no, right? It just treats them as if they're all masters of their craft. But it does matter for players, so it's better as loot. Now that much we can definitely agree on. Heck of a lot better. Much prefer halberds over scythes, though both of them kind of are no-go zone for me, since, again, I am such a huge fan of shields, so I almost always tend to lean towards that direction of things. Nope. Let's mark that door as do not enter, dead inside. And I guess that's D5 for us. It's getting a wee bit frightening, to say the least. Oh, let's put on our Ring of Ice. Will we fight this son of a gun here? Then we'll also remember to take it off. Sorry, no, not that. Take off. Well, we went through this last time. It is remove. It is R. There we go. But I don't like the bear getting that much of ground on us without us being able to apply poison the whole time, so I will just leave, my friend. And now that is a wonderful use of Olgrub's Toxic Radiance, just taking down the whole pack. I mean, that's why we love this spell for sure. Don't dead, open inside. Exactly. This guy gets it. You think there's still scythes, but it's just a flavorful halberd? I mean, wasn't that what it was the whole time, really? Weren't the real scythes the friends we made along the way? And do I dare? I think we can potentially take you on. We'll just put on our ice ring once more here. Swap over to our fancy bullets. Only the best for you, my ice beast friend. And then I do actually want to take you upstairs so that if things start going well and truly horribly, we can have all the room we need to run away. Fantastic. And once more into the breach. Oh no, this is not how I want my first centaur encounter to go. Centaur, are you still around? Shouting a couple times to hopefully get their attention. Gosh. Hey, there we go. Fantastic. Much more better. So scary though. Oh geez. Definitely not what we were hoping for, but we managed to get through in one piece, so I can't exactly complain. I will also take a buckler for sure. Killer Bee Zombie might be a bit of a rough match, but we managed to make it through in one piece here. And what else have we got going for us? Let's actually take a wee bit of a step back to reconfigure. We've gotten a decent number of consumables here, so we might want to read. Let's go with these scrolls. We do get ID, fantastic. Also find our teleportation, that's what I was hoping for. Gives us some early escape option here. We already have the good potions, so I will just be going straight into identifying scrolls as much as possible. GV Altar Spawnet Slime entry got buffed? How so? Just more chances of it appearing there? Trunk has definitely been busy coming up with new things. So glad we can take out that knoll before they come near us with that Spear of Distortion. Jeez Louise. Definitely a banned weaponry there. What would the Geneva Convention have to say about that? But there we go. This is a much more manageable setup for dealing with a bear, so let us try and rack that damage down as soon as possible. You know, I was hoping that the poison would help us out a little bit quicker there. Got my my panic reflex going just the slightest amount. You know, a healthy amount of panic, of course. Hello, Blork. I think we will just walk away from you. Is that necessary? Yeah, if you haste, then we're in trouble. Otherwise, kind of manageable with our poison. Maybe we'll try and keep you at the edge of our vision and getting more and more poisoned. And that should work out. Well, now you're hasted, so we have to commit. But fantastic, never a doubt in my mind, of course. Beautiful. Oh jeez, I'm so sorry, Safid. Did I just murder your brother right in front of your very eyes? I guess we are turning into our evil selves here. We are in the darkest timeline. But it goes from about a 50% chance to a 2/3% chance of showing up. Nice. Very good news for all you Deep Door fans out there. You can cheese the game at any given opportunity now. Beautiful. Ooh, I actually probably want Steam Dragon Scales, so let's pick that up real quick and take a peek, shall we? I think our AC remains the same. No, AC increases by 2 and it's your encumbrance, so that, my friends, is a win in every definition of the word. Fantastic. Poison magic also coming up nicely. Like, these are both very castable. There's still a little bit of upper range on the power level. Could also learn slow. Slow and poison is a very potent combo for sure. So let's learn it. Let's learn just a small amount of hex magic as well. No more Deep Dwarf. Right, I kind of forgot about that. You often forget how good Olgar's Toxic Radiance is on its own. You tend to think of it as a setup for Ignite Poison, but it's doing work here. It is just truly beautiful, hey? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's so much better with that cherry on top that is Ignite Poison, but I will definitely take it. Pretty fantastic. It's your favorite spell, Cockatiel? I think that definitely is fair enough. Do we think Ignite Poison or Ignition is better long term? I mean, it's hard to fight with Ignition. Definitely Ignition in general. The one thing I do really like about OTR and Ignite Poison as a combo is that you have two different elements at play there. So, you come across a pack of Hell Knights, you just stick with OTR and you're still in a good spot. If you're using Ignition in that situation, you're going to have something else up your sleeve to deal with them. But I mean, if you have OTR and Ignition, then that's just probably straight up better. And hey Britons, how's it going? I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Always lovely to see you, of course. Okie dokie, what do we have here? Stormform, MCC. I mean, something to be said for that. I don't think we'll be going for it on this character, though. Who knows what the future has in store? Oh, geez. Acid Dragon is a big no from me. I also have trapped myself in a room, so let's immediately read teleportation and get the heck out of Dodge. Terrifying. Still terrifying. Are you fast? You are technically, because you can fly. But okay, let's just take a wee bit of a step. One more teleportation, and there we go. So scary. Doing good editing the VTuber and learning things? Nice. Sounds like a good time, and I'm always a fan of learning things for sure. Okay, so you have 2 runes cocktail from Shoals and Spider, and you're level 18 and have vaults and elf to do. Is elf easier? Generally, I'd probably think of elf as easier than vaults, but part of it is determined by your resistances, because I feel like elf has a little bit more interplay with, like, especially electricity resistance, basically guaranteed need it. Vaults, you still want it, don't get me wrong, for those, the Thunder Hulks, but you can maybe get away with not having all of the resistances, but you probably want fire and electricity for going into elf, if you got it. Hey, how are my DCSS runs going today? They're going well so far, Railbird. Still very much early days, so we'll have to see what else the game has in store for us. But I'm sure it will be fantastic regardless. Find Stormform before Lair, not even a little bit tempted. Not really. I'm not a huge Stormform fan. I mean, it is incredible, but I'm usually somebody who leans a bit more towards like statue form Manifold Assault, just because I like the extra defensive capability. But one of these days I should try and get Stormform going a little more vigorously and see how it treats me slightly earlier on, when we can get in a spot like this for sure. Terrifying. Definitely should not have gone right back down that stairwell. Let's instead head over here, shall we? Jeez Louise. Well, crap, you don't have either? Ooh, then you're in a tough spot. I mean, it's still not impossible. You just have to play carefully. I mean, we've done it on one of our recent characters. I think one of our vampires had to make it through that struggle. So sometimes that's just the way the game is, and you have to do the best you can with what's given to you. So what was your halberd, my friend? +5 halberd. Gosh, no. No, thank you. I guess I can slow you. Any day now. There we go. Perfect, just like we drew it up. And then I'm gonna bring just this buddy upstairs for now. Maybe even take a step away so that if we do have to run away from this fight, we don't have to take that extra hit. Fantastic. And willpower if you don't want to end up banished. That's true. I mean, usually I'll do Elf 1, hoping that I don't run into any banishers, because it's usually not until 2, and much more likely in 3, that you have to start worrying about it. But that's just when it's, you're at wit's end. There's not a lot else you can do. No other recourse to take. Sometimes DCSS just puts you in a little bit of a tricky spot for sure. Okay, let's see how we do against a Phantom. The answer is not well, so let's switch to our fancy bullets at the very least. Jeez Louise, my friend. Can blow your mind? That's much better. Get a bunch of intelligence thrown on here, and we still need to figure out some sort of plan for dealing with this next floor, because it's not looking good. Elf nerds are pretty squishy. If you can burst them quick enough, you can manage without defenses. Right? It's like when you're doing something like Spider without poison resistance. It's terrifying, and it's definitely not ideal, but it is possible just as long as you kill them quickly enough. And that's kind of a thought from old Spider. I don't know if I feel quite as confident. I guess a lot of the new threats aren't actually poison based, hey? It's like Meliai, for sure, terrifying. But all your rad roaches and solar moths, not too bad. The best defense is a good offense. It definitely is. But still not anything I would want to have to rely on too much myself. Again, I'm a bit of a coward in that sense. I like to have a shield and all the defenses I can possibly muster. Hello, Dowen. I'm gonna murder you and see if your sibling comes to join us right away. It doesn't look like immediately, but I am very scared of when we do run into Duvessa. Jeez. Hopefully we don't die heading right back up the stairs, because that's my only recourse against that son of a gun. And you know, it's not looking great. Still have our friendly white here. Also heading into a dead end myself, which is probably not ideal. 55% chance to slow you now. Guess it's not great odds that we fail it. This is definitely taking a little bit of a sour turn here. I don't even want to walk too far because I feel like Duvessa is waiting somewhere around here. So let's try and slow you. Immediately fails. Perfect. Oh my gosh. One of these days we're gonna win a single coin flip. But okay, immediately run back out of there. Terrifying. This is not exactly an ideal situation, no matter how you slice it. I guess this stairwell is our next best chance. Hopefully the acid dragon stays away. There you are. We knew the day would come. I think I can just wait out your rage, though. Will you enrage the second time we see you? Usually I just find a way to deal with Duvessa, but if we can get away with it... Nope, you're still angry. Still very angry. Not great odds of slowing you either. I mean, we do have some nice potions. I guess we could even just lig and likely not take too much damage from this son of a gun, so let's do so. Hopefully the acid dragon doesn't come around the corner, because then we're still going to be in trouble, but we'll give it a shot. Not played for a while, Colgate. You're just reading through the trunk changes. Nice, nice. And that angel from the Shining One basically helped you kill all of Elf 1. Yeah, when you use the... I don't even remember the name of it. To me, it's just the Shining One's brother-in-arms, because that's very much how I view it in general. You tend to kill Duvessa before down because Duvessa auto-berserks when she comes into line of sight. Me too in general, but unfortunately Duvessa was nowhere in sight and we just had Dowen around. Ideally we would have had both of them, because with OTR you can pretty much get them both to one tick away from dead, and then it's a pretty sweet situation. Abyss changes look cool. You really like the Abyssal Knight starting on stairs and despoilering Abyss Rune. Seems nice. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard too much about those changes yet. But okie dokie, what can we do against you? We could try and slow, I guess. I'd rather just get more toxicity. Maybe even switch to our own short sword here. And that's not too shabby.